Welcome to Girl Talk. We're at Bella Domicile this week, and we are really excited about learning about arts and crafts style for your kitchen. Had you guys heard of it before?
Never.
No.
I hadn't either. I was
I'm
talking
excited to find out more. Yeah.
Right. I was speaking with their lead designer, Dondi, about it, and this is an example right here. Just real simple, back to the basics kind of a style. It's going to be really interesting to learn, and I guess you can add just tweaks of it. You don't have to overhaul your whole kitchen if you want to explore a new style, right?
Kind of like a rugged, very classic and clean lines. It's really gorgeous.
Back to basics.
Kind of that rustic, but still very elegant.
Yeah, and I guess this is an example, so we'll have to find out some more details from her.
Yeah, I love it.
later.
I mean, I was looking at it while when I first sat down. I'm like, I love it.
I love being here because we discover all kinds of different things. I always learn new things, but I also always add to my list of things I have to have for my home, which is of course so dangerous, but you know, it's exciting and fun things to do. Little updates, right?
Speaking of exciting and new, how's baby coming along?
Baby's cooking, doing good. I'm excited about one of the topics, Orange Shoe, talking about some bounce back things. That'll be kind of nice. They're so great about, you know, giving good and realistic tips. So I'm interested to hear what she has to say about how to bounce back. I'm sure I'll be picking their brains.
I loved her energy, and like there was so much that, you know, I had no idea everything that the body goes through and those kind of considerations. I think a lot of women probably don't know. You'll have to tune in because it's good information.
Right.
Yeah,
and Jess,
absolutely.
you
We'll
stay in
find out.
shape right now,
Right.
which I've heard really helps you come back faster.
I sure hope so. We'll find out. Yeah, I try and do my thing, and you
That's
know.
amazing.
Well, you're tiny, you're nothing, like if you don't turn sideways, like you've never done your pregnant.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I tell my pants that. No, but yeah, I'm excited to hear what she has to say because I think I've said before, but working with a trainer is like a whole nother world of fitness. You know, you think you're in shape and you're doing your thing, and working with a trainer just totally takes that accountability to the next level, give you a little bit of help, and I absolutely intend on doing that in about 5 months.
That's going to be so exciting.
yeah.
And shopping for a personal trainer as well. You know, not just going to some establishment and
Right.
letting them set one up for you.
So I know you get free ones sometimes,
Right.
but
It's not always worth it.
Right, absolutely.
Well, we're going to have to take a break, but today we also have some live music, so that's going to be a real treat. The Froth House is
Yeah.
going to come in, and
love those
they're
so
so
talented.
awesome.
Yeah.
she has an amazing voice. And to
Yeah.
just do a quick little blip on our show is a real fun treat. We'll have that and more for you coming next. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are filming here at the gorgeous Bella Domicile off Nesbitt Road, and we're going to get to them a little bit later. But first, we welcome back once again. You probably remember them from the beautiful song that they performed last time they were guests on our show. We have Kelly Underwood and Amy Wettenkamp joining us. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you, and we are inviting viewers to fall in love with the Froth House. If you haven't been, it's an amazing coffee shop that has just so much to offer, and I want to make sure we talk about some of those things. You guys have a slogan that's "Make yourself at home." So talk to us about what that means to you, and how does that reflect your values?
Well, we just want to be that place where you feel accepted. I mean, I personally feel that home is it's not a place. It's a feeling that you get. And when I came to Madison, I feel like I was reborn and I found a home. And so we want people to feel accepted, and it's a very cozy atmosphere. And so so you can be yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where everybody knows your name and you're
We
comfortable
were just
when you walk
joking
in.
about
and-
that. We want to be like Cheers.
That's so fantastic. So you brought your guitar along. Can you talk to us a little bit about your open mics and your live music? I know that it's not a huge moneymaker for you because you don't charge a cover, is that correct?
Correct.
Why does the Froth House, why is it so important to have that yet?
Well, we don't charge a cover because we want you to be able to come. We want everyone to be able to come, and You know, I was thinking about Taylor Swift recently released an album, but she made it that you can't access it on the internet like a lot of other things are now. It's not on Spotify. She made it so that you have to go out and go and get it. Like, music is free, but it needs to be important, and people need to come and have that organic experience. At the Froth House, you get an organic experience of music. So, and that's what we want to preserve, that feeling.
That is so nice. What a eloquent way to put it.
That's beautiful, Kelly.
Yeah, really it is. Talk to us a little bit about some of your favorite things about, managing the Froth House and being a part of it.
Definitely number one is the people, and that goes for our staff, who is so amazing and wonderful and hardworking. But that also goes for the customers. There's a lot of customers, we know their name, we know their order when they walk in, we know, we just try to create that super homey, friendly atmosphere, and we get to know our customers and care about our customers, and that is number one, just the people that we come in contact with.
That's great. I love that.
Me too. I want to go there right now. So, Amy, what do you see in the future for the Froth House?
Well, we just really want to be a staple in the Madison music and art scene. That's one of the things that we are all musicians and artists that work at the shop, and it's not a prerequisite for working there. It's just something that organically happens. We all are musicians, we're all artists, and we feature a new artist every month. We do a lot of live music. We just really want to be a place where the arts are still alive and the arts are still accessible and important in the community.
But food is also an art. Yeah. So we have fantastic food. I think we have the best chai in town.
Yes.
Somebody try to prove me wrong.
We accept your challenge.
Challenge accepted. Yeah, so these guys you really truly have great food, the best chai in town, and some wonderful music. So give us a sample of some of the music that we can hear at the Froth House, if you would.
All right. Why you always gotta preface everything that you say? You know you're gonna say it anyway. You're gonna let it fall out, but I'm not gonna let it ruin my day. Got a head on my shoulder, heart on my sleeve, and if I clutch it, which is gonna rule over me. But I know that it ain't gonna be you. Empathy clouds my head, I just wanna see straight. I gotta make it through the day, and I feel the ground moving, the waves have been crashing, smoothing out this heart of mine, and it's just about time. Ooh, it's just about time. Been making my way out of the shell, trying to bust through. Somewhere I think I broke a wing or two, but I'm gonna be okay. Healing up quickly, flying out swiftly, leaving behind the shadows that chase me down.
That is a sample of what you can get over at the Froth House. Please check them out. Great music, great food, great lattes. After the break, we're going to give you some tips on postpartum, how you can get back in shape. Orange Shoe Personal Fitness is here right here on Girl Talk. Stick around.
It's just about time.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are filming at Bella Domicile. But first, we've got Katie Mitchell with Orange Shoe Fitness. We've got a really interesting topic today. So we're going to talk about getting in shape after a baby. So, what are we're going to talk about some of the do's and the don'ts after the baby arrives. And what are the best types of exercises to do after somebody has a baby?
Sure. Well, thanks for having me. It's super fun to be here with you guys.
Glad you could come.
But first of all, before you think about do's and don'ts of exercise, you want to think about what your body and how amazing it is and what it's accomplished. So you want to think about the last 9 months or so, you expand to unbelievable amounts, and then after the baby comes, you're slowly coming back together, and
Hopefully,
yeah. I always like to joke that there's no normal after baby, because you're a totally new you. You're a new mom, you're a new body, you're a new person. But as for the exercises right after baby comes, first off, you want to make sure your physician says, okay, let's go. The first 6 to 8 weeks, typically your physician says, don't do too much, because your body is really healing quite a bit. But the one thing that you want to do that first 6 to 8 weeks is walk. walk, walk, walk. When you walk, everybody knows walking's good for us, right?
Yeah.
It's especially awesome when we're healing because it gets fresh, oxygenated blood through your whole body.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it helps you heal. So you want to walk, 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 especially anytime you're healing. The next thing you want to think about is what your joints were able to accomplish. So your joints expand and contract. You got crazy hormones going through your body. So you want to take time to let, for example, elastin, your joints really become flexible. So after baby comes, you want to do exercises that are going to support your joints and not tear them apart. So the first few months after baby comes, you want to do some strength training and corrective exercises. You really want to dance around your abdominal section just because what happens is your abdominals part greatly. And then right after baby comes, you want to take your time to have them slowly knit back together. And you can do that with small crunches, especially up at the top. And you want to think about once this is healing, you start working your way down. You want to, of course, find a fitness professional that knows what they're doing. They can help you with those corrective exercises and help you with your body to heal.
Sure. So you said that you should focus on, at some point in time, other goals other than just weight loss. So talk to us about that. After having a baby, what else should we focus on?
Yeah, right? So everybody knows you want to lose the baby weight after you have a baby, right?
Goal, right?
Yeah.
One would think.
Right. What I try to really encourage people to do is think outside the weight box. Naturally, as time passes, you're going to slowly start to lose some of the weight that you gained when you were pregnant with the baby.
Right.
But we want to focus on other goals that are going to help us feel awesome. Yeah. So you have this new cute bundle of joy. It weighs 8 to 10 pounds, thereabouts. Right. And so now you're holding it all the time. So here you got this baby, your abs have been parted, you start to come forward and forward. You got this little 8-pound ball. So you want to think about exercises that are going to help you with that. So you're going to start to exercise your back, and you want to exercise the back of your arms so you can sit taller, so you can hold that baby and feel awesome. So I focus on feeling awesome and let your trainer lead you into strengthening your back and your arms. It's going to help you with your posture.
Okay.
So those are the kinds of things that I would really highly encourage people to focus on, is how they feel instead of stepping on the scale, because weight is going to naturally come off if you're feeling good and making the right choices.
It's
You don't wanna
interesting that
stress out.
posture is
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about that all the time.
Yeah,
And
and
if your focus is just weight, then you're just gonna stress out and you're not gonna do it anyway.
exactly, yeah. So like whether you're postpartum or even just like working out to feel better, like you don't want to necessarily always focus on the weight, but know that you're doing the things every day that you're supposed to do so you get the result of the weight loss.
I think we're all sitting up straighter now.
It feels good, doesn't it?
Katie, with so many fitness establishments out there right now, what would our viewers look for in a personal trainer postpartum with a postpartum fitness exercise plan?
Oh, I love this question, only because it's really close to my heart. When I first started teaching, training people, I taught at really big places. And then I'd be in a class with like 40, 50 people. I'd look around and I'd be disappointed because I would see half the class doing stuff wrong and they didn't even know it. And there's so many people, like the instructor unfortunately can't get around. So I would encourage people, if they're shopping around for a fitness facility or a trainer, are you looking for someone who's going to help you with successful principles, like form, technique, and helping you down that road of doing things the right way, not just going through the motion.
I know you had mentioned certifications were important.
Yeah. When you're looking for a trainer, you want to look to make sure they're the right fit for you. And they have a CSCS certification, an ACE certification, maybe NASM. There's some really great certifications out there that help you know that they're an educated, experienced trainer.
That went so fast.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much for coming in. So, postpartum exercise and fitness and feeling awesome, go see Katie Mitchell at Orange 2 Fitness. We're going to be right back. Bella Domicile next on Girl Talk.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're filming at Bella Domicile and we're learning something new today, which we love about our jobs here. We are meeting with Dondi Zombat-Falvey. She's the lead designer at Bella Domicile, and we're going to learn about arts and crafts style for your kitchen. thanks for teaching us and joining us today.
Appreciate it. And we're actually standing in front of an arts and crafts display. And a little history, arts and crafts style got its start in the late 1800s and early 1900s. That's when the Industrial Revolution was going crazy. And the reputation of mass-produced goods was not very good. And so the arts and crafts style was kind of born of getting back to nature and getting simple design and showing craftsmanship in the materials and the cabinets and the furniture that was built. Beautiful. So, thanks. So some of the elements that you'll always see in a craftsman arts and crafts display would be very simple lines. So if you look at these doors, you'll see a very simple line, very simple edge detail. If the moldings, they're very simple, very straight, vertical and horizontal, so some very simple looks there.
Yeah.
Another thing that'll be very prominent in arts and crafts is the materials. So the natural materials are going to be fashion forward, if you will. So these are oak, quarter sawn oak cabinets, and you'll see a lot of that. There will not be any painted cabinets in an arts and crafts style.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I was wondering some of the details that make it arts and crafts,
Right.
and so that's one of the things. So it's going to be real wood,
Real wood,
not painted.
very simple lines, and if there is any ornamentation, it's going to be very geometric. So if you look at the doors up here, the mullion doors, see it's a very simple, very rectangular and square.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, what kind of doors complement arts and crafts style the best?
Well, this is a very simple one, which is nice. This is a raised panel, which is probably not the most common. Probably the most common would be something like this. So you're seeing a very simple line, but it's a recessed panel, recessed drawer front. You could also see something like this. It's a simpler version, pardon me. So this has just a little wider style and rail. And then also popular would be just a plain flat,
Plain. I
just a
like
plain
that.
flat. So
Yeah.
once again,
You do like
Yeah.
the more kind of sleek
simple,
real
simple,
simple.
simple,
Yeah.
simple, simple.
I like that a lot. So let's talk a little bit about the molding details. You mentioned some of the tops that we see. How would a client choose which molding detail they like and just how to incorporate that into the design that they're choosing?
Well, even within that style, there's still always going to be options.
Okay.
So just to show you, this is a very traditional crown molding with a rope. So you can see the difference here, very simple line.
Right.
Now, if you wanted to do something a little different with an arts and crafts, this is a very simple crown molding that you could do. This is an ornamentation that might be on a crown molding, so you can see very geometric once again.
So that's more like an addition that you could put into one of these options.
Exactly,
potentially. Okay.
exactly.
Kind of jazz it up a little.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And you were mentioning the ones over there too.
Yeah, so these are, a lot of times we might use table legs, chair legs, so you can see the one on the end there.
This one, right?
Very square, simple lines, it's tapered at the end. Now compare that one to the one on the left there,
left,
very kind of that turned post leg, so obviously you wouldn't mistake that turn post for something very simple.
And you mentioned there's a couple other options over here too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So these two are the arts and crafts.
Yes, and another one that you commonly see is a tapered leg where it's wider at the bottom, but
I
it's
like those.
very, very straight and simple lines.
I like those.
Very pretty. I like the simple, and I didn't know that arts and crafts was such a simple, clean line. So I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Less is more.
Less is more. Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what are the takeaways for customers that are thinking about the arts and crafts style for their kitchen?
Some things to think about. For one thing, it's a very popular style here in the Midwest. The Prairie School of Design started in Chicago. We have a huge amount of Frank Lloyd Wright influence in our area. We have Taliesin. So it's a very popular style here in the Midwest and in Wisconsin in particular. But another neat thing about the style is by making some simple changes. Here's an example of a very craftsman hardware. It's hammered, it's showing the craftsmanship, very very kind of a rustic. But if you would change a few of the details, say go to a simpler line with the hardware, go to a more streamlined crown molding, you can actually update the style to something that's very transitional. So it's a style that, if you kind of get tired of that, it transitions into the next.
So you're saying you don't have to overhaul your kitchen?
You don't
or
have to
can just-
overhaul your whole kitchen. By changing the lighting fixtures, maybe the stools, for example. This is an example of a very arts and crafts, very simple lines, iron work, There's a wood stool,
Non-painted, to your point
non-painted.
earlier.
Absolutely.
I think I found what kind of kitchen I want.
You got your niche.
Yeah, this is it, and I never knew it existed.
Yeah.
Great.
Changing gears a little bit, can you tell us about some holiday decor, what we can incorporate into our homes and our kitchens
Sure.
this season?
Sure. So here in our arts and crafts display, we've got kind of a natural rustic theme. So you see we've put some burlap down here. We've got some very simple, you could say wood look type of candelabras with the simple cameras.
It's gorgeous.
Candles. We've got an acorn and some pine cones. So we did bling it up a little bit for the holidays because it is the holidays. How about a wreath? You could hang a wreath on a door. You got to keep it kind of simple in a kitchen because you got to work in the space.
And I
Right.
love what you've done up top there too. Actually, that's right up my alley.
That's mine too.
Just a
little
few
bling over the top.
Yeah, key
very
things
pretty.
to make it really pop.
Perfect.
And really quick, I want to make sure we show off some other options. But will you show off your little find back here, Elise?
Oh
Pop
my
this
gosh.
Open.
We must.
We gotta show it off. I don't know if this is arts
neat
and
is that?
crafts or if this is just Bella Domicile. Wonderful, but how cool is that?
I'm thinking it's
Very
a drawer.
cool.
I'm pulling it out, and it just keeps going. It's so incredible.
So let's now that we've showed off our little secret, let's check out some other options. We're gonna step aside.
Okay, so here we are in a whole different setting from the arts and crafts. Tell us what this is and what you've done with the holiday bling here.
This is a very contemporary, kind of ultra contemporary display, kind of a minimalist approach. So we're looking at very simple, but we're kind of highlighting some stainless steel with a pop of color. And if you look, we just got a little stainless. So you can put any color of bulbs that you might have, where it's pretty inexpensive to go pick some new colors if you don't have something that you like. So just a very easy, simple approach to decorating in the contemporary kitchen.
Boy, that sure looks sharp. And when you say minimalist, you're not kidding. I'll tell you, my kitchen counter does not look quite like this. Great, and you said you have another example, a more traditional style?
traditional.
Let's take a look at that.
Perfect.
And so here we are in a more traditional setting. This is so much different looking again. And so tell us about this kitchen and what you've done with a little bit of holiday decoration.
Sure, we've concentrated on the reds again. We just pulled out our crystal vase, our crystal candles, little red. Got the red hurricane candle in there with some hydrangea. And these are actually cranberries
That
in
looks
the vase.
Fabulous, and it's so simple.
Absolutely.
That really looks nice.
So a little greenery and a little red makes you feel right at home at Christmas.
Right, and you had a little piece back here too.
Just some greenery with some little bit of the Christmas colors in there. So
It sure looks nice. It's a nice touch just to spruce it up. Love the red.
appreciate that.
Well, we're about out of time for today. What are we going to talk about next time?
Next time we're going to be focusing on contemporary styles and the different looks that can. Could it be ultra contemporary, kind of an Asian contemporary, what those elements might be like.
For kitchens again.
For kitchens.
All right, well, we look forward to it. Thank you,
Thanks.
Dondi. Thanks to all of our guests today, and thank you for watching Girl Talk. We'll see you next time.